Hi folks, Louis Sierra here from Making the Real. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube and skip the ads, I have no intention of subscribing to the channel. Welcome anyways. For those of you watching on Making the Real, welcome and thanks for watching the program. I'm doing this because I want to make sure that you stay encouraged in the video that you want to make, the film that you want to create, whatever project you're working on. And again, no matter what it is, stay with it. Don't get discouraged. Give you an example. I thought I had everything set up for this program and this particular shoot. I had the studio booked at a certain time. I thought I sent an email to the entire staff to see, to make sure that they knew the time that we were filming, and things just didn't go that way at all. My guest was not there on time, or wasn't there at all, I should say. The lights weren't working in the studio. 2 out of 5 lights were working. And the ones that were working were just way off. We had color spill. The robotic cameras were not responding to what we needed, try to correct the cameras. There's color spill all over ourselves. I mean, totally a disaster. And the crew wasn't there to top it all off. So I had one gentleman or a friend that passed by, and he decided, to do this. Now, he hasn't touched the studio in over a year. What can possibly go wrong with that? So, and then the staff, again, they thought we were shooting from a certain time, which is our usual time, instead of the time that I made the reservation for. So they showed up in the regular time. It was just a mess. So, what else can possibly go wrong? So this is what happens. This is the result of it. I hope you enjoy it. Welcome to Making the Real. Welcome to Making the Real. Speaking of guests, I have a great admirer here, or admirer. What the hell is that? Never mind. Who the hell's an admirer? What the hell am I talking about, admirer? I'm on crack.
Admirer.
All right, here we go again. Admirer. What the hell did I get admirer from?
I'm an admirer of the craft.
That sucks. Welcome to Making the Real, a program dedicated to the editing and management of digital video. I'm your host, Louis Sierra, which I forgot to say that before. Welcome to Making the Real, a program dedicated to the editing and management of digital video. I'm your host, Louis Sierra, and I'd like to thank all of you for not only watching the program on M&M, but also taking the time to watch on mnm.org, and more importantly, at least to me, for all of you who have come to the website and also come to the YouTube channel, which is about 1,300 of you right now in the past 10 weeks. So I think that's just awesome. And I'm glad that I'm able to help you in any way I can and give you any tips to help you with furthering your edit career or post-production career. And speaking of which, we have a special guest here today. I mean, they're all special, but I have this gentleman here named Jose. I forget your last name.
Arevalo.
God, what the hell is wrong with me today? Arevalo. Jeez. All right, go with it. All right. Jeez, I'm on crack. Welcome to Making the Real, a program dedicated to the edit and management of digital video. My name is Louis. Oh, you just switched to the camera now?
Yeah, that was me. That was me because I wasn't ready for your switch. Okay, sorry.
You know what? I'm going to keep this program just the way it is right now. Just put it on there just the way it is. I think it's great.
I think so.
I think it's great,
I
man.
think it's better that way.
I think it's better that way. You know, I'm going to do that because nobody, who's going to watch this?
You're pretty good right
No,
now,
I think this is great. Folks, this is the way the program is. This is what you go
Show,
through.
Baby, the Lewis Letterman show.
Yeah, exactly. This is what you go through when you try to put a program together. You see, this is awesome, man. I never claimed I was a professional anyway. So, on the first program, I said that. So, you know, I got a disclaimer already. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. How much time we have so far? There you go.
20 minutes.
We're keeping it just the way it is, man.
That's great.
We're rolling with it. That's it. Executive decision done. All right, Jose. You got a program. Hey, where's Jose's camera, man? All right, there we go. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining the
me.
madness.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
I have a lot of questions. I'm a beginning editor, I guess.
Mhm.
You have any advice for somebody who's just really beginning, like from scratch?
From total scratch. Now, what was it you did before? We talked about this before.
I was an architect. I'm still an architect. I work for a construction management company. And
Awesome.
I've always been interested in film because I always thought that film and architecture are very similar. I think the architect is the writer. The producer is sort of the developer. And the director is the construction manager. So
Nice.
you have the film, which is the finished product, which is the building. And there's every different role is being played by different people. I've always been interested in that. So now I got into editing. You taught me some great tricks the other day. And I'm just curious on what other advice would you give to somebody who's, you know, beginning, starting.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you were able to share that with everybody because, you know, that way those people that are looking to do this kind of work, or maybe not trying to do it for work, maybe they want to do it for fun or whatever. Yeah, it's just awesome because they can see that, you know, being an architect is so different, at least to the general public,
Right,
so
right.
different from editing. And you just, you know,
But
I
it's also
always,
very similar, yeah.
yeah, I always let people know that it's just a matter of how you look at it.
Yeah.
You know, and they can just go from there. And it's accessible to everyone because, you know, now that the prices have come down on software and the availability to be able to do it at home in your home machine, it's right there for you. So you know, one of the things one of the advices I can give you is to, as you go on further, you dive deeper into it. Right. It might get a little bit more technical, to try to find out what parameters you're working with, like what kind of camera and so on and so forth, and then try to work it from there. So, for example, lately I've been using my phone, so I'm going to
it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean 1080p, you know, which is huge, a lot of information. Now, what I did cheat though because I waited until a sunny day. So that way the lighting is just all there because I can manipulate. You know, one thing you might want to remember, and this is a suggestion to you, is to keep in mind that you can always take away information and you can't add information. By that I mean is if it's a sunny day, everything's bright, all the colors are there. And so if you want to gray it out and so on and so forth, that's something you can easily do. Versus if it's in a cloudy day, and you try to make it seem like a sunny day, that's going to prove more difficult. So again, you can always take away. What is it now?
Sorry, but your hands are from cameras 2 and 3 are showing.
I don't care. We're running with it. Sorry, folks. Believe it or not, we're not editing this. Any of it. How much time we got left? Countdown, please. He keeps talking.
18 minutes, baby.
How many?
16, 18.
How she get 16, you got 18? It's 26 minutes.
I went to college, she didn't.
Touche. We can't argue about that. You believe that? Hey, where's Jose's camera, man? You know, don't leave him out of the camera. Come on, man. This is everyone's show. Don't leave him. Just leave him alone
I don't like
here.
being on camera.
No, he doesn't want to be on camera. What kind of guest is this? Don't want to be on camera. But
Exactly. I'm going to zoom in on you real tight.
no zooming in. So, no, you know, that's my suggestion is doing that. But yeah, the phones are taking incredible.
Even editing phone, you can do
Yeah, you
editing
can do
now.
that. So on the phone at least mine. I have an HTC One, and has a SD card.
Uh-huh.
So I removed the SD card. I put it into the card reader, and I just throw it in to the editing program. So I've been using Adobe Premiere CC,
Okay.
and it recognizes the
file format.
the footage right away. I throw it in there, and it works great, man. It looks beautiful. Again, full size, 60 frames, 60i, whatever the case is. So I always mention to people, and the reason I'm saying that is because I don't know what your budget is or what ideas you may have.
Right.
But let's say you had a 2-camera shoot, like we're having here, but then we added a 3rd camera. But if let's say our camera went down, I could have easily put a tripod or put this on a stool and take my phone, put it there, and that's our third, it's our wide view, so we can have a center shot from a camera that's not there. It's, again, as long as the information is there. The only thing about that is you want to keep in mind of trying to make them look all the same.
Right.
So continuity is something you may have.
Right. You might shoot one with DSLR and then the other one with the iPhone.
Yeah.
It may look different.
Right. And the other thing is that you want to keep in mind is the audio.
Right. The audio.
Choose the camera or the audio source that gives you the best, and just stay with that. So unless you have a camera that has 2 inputs.
Yeah.
So like the reel that you showed me.
Yeah.
So I noticed that the sound from the lady was different than the sound from the guy.
Right.
So if you had 2 mics, you would just mic them both up to one camera, but yet you're switching back and forth from one camera to another. It's just a pilot, so who cares?
Right.
It's
We had one
nothing.
lavalier at that time.
So that's an example of it. Exactly. I can totally relate on budget. Believe me. I mentioned this in the previous program that when I first started doing this kind of stuff, I was doing it from home. And the green screen was just a shower curtain. I just had a shower curtain. I had my friends there, like 3 of my best friends, and they just pulled it as tight as they could. And it's crazy, but it worked.
Sounds like primitive, man.
That's what it is. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm not gonna say. I was about to say something about primitive, but
I think it's the content of the show or the movie, whatever you're doing.
Well, what about you, Noel?
What do you want to know?
What? How did you get started in this business? I've never asked you this before.
Well, I was broke, man. I had to go do something.
He's broke. You no help at all. That's it.
We make you more broke.
We're making you broke.
With this show, trust me, we're going downhill fast, okay?
Crash and burn, man. I'm telling you.
I want to let you know, John is here, and
CC just showed up. What is it, man? I'm glad this. What are you guys on? What, labor union is on there? You show up whenever you want? Just kidding. Kidding, folks. Just kidding, folks. I'm going to get sued by the union now. Yes, we did. It's from 1 to 5.
You gotta be out of your fucking mind.
Folks, this is Cece. Cece, come here. Come here, Cece. Cece, come here. This is no. It was.
Oh my God.
Just come here.
Oh my God.
Come here. No, don't lay down on top.
Oh, I'm
Just
sorry.
lay on top of the desk.
Guys, I could sort of.
Who you talking to? The camera's over here. Where's camera? I want to see. Where's Cece? There you go, Cece.
This is not right. No.
You believe this? I love this,
no,
man.
Hold on for a second. This is
What?
a joke, right?
No, it's not a joke.
It's live.
It's live. We're just taping. I'm just running with it. You're going to be on the program the way it is. So I want to see you see the camera.
I said it to you. I sent you a message. I had a call back today. I'm sorry.
Oh, awesome.
And I went to see a play because I assume I'm very close to the play, right? Remember the.
Nobody can see you. Where's our camera? There we go.
And I assume.
So you had a
that
call back.
I had a call back, and I had to go see a play written by a dear friend of mine who's a member of the Actors Studio. And
Awesome.
I've been busy. Next week we're covering.
She's been super busy,
No.
and she's just freaking awesome because she's here all the time. She
I'm
always
all
helps
here
me
to tell-
out.
But you know what? This guy is doing a wonderful job. Truly, absolutely wonderful
Appreciate
what
it.
he does. But this is insane. So what you're saying is that I missed the show.
No, we're
still in the
we're
show.
just doing the show now. How many minutes we got left?
Oh my God! I just walked into a taping.
Yes, you just walked in taping.
I don't camera.
What? You're on camera. John, come over here, man. Come over here. Come on, John. John, don't give me that no thing.
But Louis, But I sent you a message. I'm sorry. How you doing? Nice meeting you.
I'm okay. Nice to meet you.
I'm sorry.
Come on, John, get over here.
We're making
Get over
this-
here, man. We
we're
only got like
making-
5 minutes left. Come
We're
on.
making this happen every Saturday.
John, get over here.
John, we're making it happen. Let's roll.
But this
John.
is insane. I thought that you said, and let me see if I'm getting this right, because this is so wonderful.
Get over here,
And I
man.
have to make the time for this. I thought there was, from 4 p.m. to 8 o'clock, I even asked you yesterday. You
This
said
is-
yes.
This is John. What's your last name again?
I'm gonna have a
Peralta,
heart
right?
attack.
Peralta, yeah, man.
Louis,
John, he's always been here with me. He has helped me out with this. So,
I'm gonna have a heart attack because you know what? I
and he
asked
has
you
his
last
own
night.
program. Tell him your program, man.
Dynamic NYC Tours, Wednesday nights at 10 p.m., Channel 4, Eminent 4, I think that's 67.
There you go. That's all right. And we got CC Gamage from the
But-
CC Gamage show.
But I asked you last night. I said it before the show. I said, Louis, we're on for
Yeah.
tomorrow from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and you said yes.
No.
Yes, you said yes.
Then I send you a text. You know, Lourdes, my wife, will probably say you're right because I always get things wrong.
Here on time, but
You said, I asked you last night, are we on for 4 o'clock from 4 to 8? And you said yes.
Oh, man. All right, my fault. I'm going to have to take it because I can't.
I-
I'm an old man. I can't remember anything. So
And who
I
are
might-
you? I'm
he's
sorry.
my guest.
He's your guest. What do you do?
Because you didn't show up on time.
Oh,
now
man.
you're gonna
That's
hold it
it.
against me?
Oh,
Now you're
man.
gonna hold it against me?
He's going to hold it against you.
No, I'm not gonna sit. I'm not gonna take your seat. All I know, this is a wonderful show.
You know, you know what?
And
Before
it's-
Adri, come over here. Here's
and
my
it-
stage manager. I
no,
want you
wait.
guys to see the stage manager. Come
No,
over
she
here.
doesn't wanna
Come
come.
on. Oh
This
man,
is
she
a-
doesn't
this
want to
is-
be in the
This
camera.
is a labor's work. Louis doing a terrific job with this show. Is needed. Every actor, every director, everybody who's in the business and is really serious about it should really take the time to see this. Because I'm a busy chick. I'm not bragging. I'm a busy woman, and I make the time to be here and collaborate with these wonderful, wonderful people. And I'm out. I'm sorry.
All right,
interrupting.
I
I'm
appreciate
sick of- Louis, I'm
No,
very
we would-
ill. I can't tell you.
Don't worry. I'm just
I'm
glad
sick.
you got a call back.
Yes, I did, and it was
Awesome.
wonderful. But I'm sick on my stomach because now I missed your show.
You did not miss it. You're in it.
Well, I missed it because I was supposed
We
to.
just started,
Okay. I can't
and we're
wait.
just about to be finished. So we're
Yeah,
good.
But I just interrupted, and he's hating my guts.
No, I
What?
don't.
What are you
hate it.
talking about? We're just in the middle of conversation.
Nice guy, Louis. You know
Anyways,
what you're doing. I'm gonna go back to my work. I'm going back to business.
since she's just walking. All right.
That's part of the show, really.
It's part of the show, man. You see what I'm talking about? You see how your show is gonna come out great?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. You're gonna have a great program. I guarantee you, man. I guarantee
Thank
it.
you.
It's
I
great.
think this is a great show.
It's great. So this is not the norm, but you know I'm gonna throw it on the air just the way it is, man.
For
me.
beginning, like let's say I'm starting.
Yeah.
But I've always had problems with like managing my files.
Oh yes.
I mean, I don't really
That's-
know what's the best way to.
That's what I see all the time is people having difficulties with that and losing, not only losing their files or keeping in mind where they're at, but also converting the files to something that they can work the easiest with.
Right.
Now you are working with what program?
Adobe.
You are doing Adobe Premiere?
Adobe Premiere, yeah.
Okay. Well, the good thing about Adobe Premiere is, I mean, as well as the other programs, I mean, they're all great. But Adobe Premiere has been easier for me ingesting different things, I guess, talking about the phone, because that's what
They
John
should
and I are
start-
going to
they
be
should-
talking
they
about
should
that.
Start paying you for this, by the way, Adobe Premiere, because you've been like promoting.
No, I use Avid. I use Avid Media Composer, and I use Final Cut 10 as well. So you know, John and I talked about it. We all use iMovie if we have to.
Right.
You know, it all depends on what you're trying to create, and you know, whatever. I don't know how to say it, but whatever you're trying to achieve and what gets you there the quickest. They're all tools.
Yeah.
So you know.
Sorry, I
they're-
interrupted you. So, what's the best way to kind of like just put your files together?
Well, just you
Or
know,
organize it.
if you create one folder, you know, in general, and then give that a name to your project, and then from that point, you can make subfolders in there, and then point to the things in there. So when you use Premiere, when you first open up a new project, it gives you like 4 different options.
Yeah.
You know, it says, you know, your primary scratch and your audio, whatever the case is. Then there you'll select that folder or the folders inside that folder. And then that's where those will live at. So you keep that and they're living there. And then you create other folders to bring in your video, your audio, and your pictures,
Right,
things,
right.
and that's what I'll do.
Text,
So yeah, I'll create them that way. That way, when you're in Premiere or any other program, when you create a bin, you name that bin whatever it is. So I'll name it video. Then I can grab whatever's in the video folder and bring those into there. You can also just bring in the whole folder, and it'll be a bin automatically made inside the. It'll come in as a bin inside the program. So that's a way, and then it'll be all organized because you know that in when it comes to the time to cleaning it out or trying to troubleshoot, you know everything is living in that one folder. And then the subfolders, and then you can try to troubleshoot going to each one individually to see what the problem is. The mistake that many people make is that they don't pay attention to that, and they leave the folders. Either they don't pay attention to where the folders were in the first place when they opened up the program, or they're working on an external drive, and then they'll move from machine to machine, not realizing that when you set up on different machines, those files and folders are going to each individual one.
Right, right.
So that's
So-
why they'll lose things from that point on. But my suggestion is, again, create the folder, the master folder, and then create these other folders inside of there. So once you do that, they'll just go from one to the other. And again, the only reason you'll have to go into it is when you try to troubleshoot or you're going to clean out your drive so that we can make more space for your next project.
So if I had this problem when we were shooting a pilot. We had like 2 cameras. I didn't really know
Which one was
which one is which now, and because I was like not as organized as it should be, which is so key to like being an editor. Right? How would you label that? Like camera 1, camera 2?
Yeah, I'll name it either camera 1, camera 2, or A or B.
Okay.
So like here, I'll name camera A, B, and then the center one C.
Okay. Okay.
And that's all my 3 cameras. And of course, if you have a phone or whatever have you involved, and if the phone is being used for
wide angle.
or maybe for B-roll.
Okay.
Then I'll just call that B-roll.
Right.
And then that'll have its own folder, and then I'll bring in the stuff from the phone there.
Right.
So that's how I'll run with that. I'll name. So the naming convention is important because that way you recognize what footage is what.
Right.
And then you also have the ability to color the items. So I don't know if you realize that when you right-click on a clip or even a bin in Premiere or any other program, as a matter of fact, you can color them.
Okay.
So like on Avid Media Composer, I'll color the bin. So the whole entire bin will be yellow or red or blue.
Color the actual folder itself.
Yeah, because in Media Composer, the
there an
entire
industry
window
standard?
will be colored. As far as what?
As far as like, let's say, I'm a beginning editor. I want to work for a big production company. I don't know if they have like some sort of industry standard. Where I used to work for an architecture firm, they have an industry standard of how you should name files.
I wish it was like that. From my experience, many post houses will have their own way of working their own.
How they naming things.
Yeah, not only that, but also their own workflow. So, for example, I heard someone. I was speaking with someone that they went to a post house, and they're using PNG files for photos, which is I don't understand why they're doing that. But that's I told them they should go TIFF. TIF.
Yeah.
I forgot what PNG stands for. I have to look it up. I'm sorry. Sorry, Noel. I'm no help to you at all today. But
Protocol network graphics or something?
I think so, yeah.
is that what it is?
Sounds right.
Graphics?
It sounds right.
Yeah. But
1 minute, 20 seconds roughly.
all right, and then so I don't understand why they did that. But as soon as the person told them, they were like, "Oh no, this is the way we do it with PNGs." So unfortunately, there's no industry standard. What there is a standard of is the colors. Blue usually is video, green is audio.
That's good to know, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll color mine the same. So anything that's video related. So even in Media Composer, I'll make it the blue bin. I know the blue bin is video and the green bin is audio. That's just me.
Right, right.
You know,
right.
and then I'll make.
Yeah, well, that's a great tip.
Yeah, or I'll color things that are something that's not good. I'll color it red, meaning no good.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right.
so something like that.
Yeah,
So it's just to each his own. But that's something that I recommend.
Right.
You know,
right.
and as far as the program you're using, it should work out well for you. And yeah, just keep in mind, what kind of footage. You always just keep a look at the size of it.
Right, right, right.
So if it's 1080i, try to be 1080i all the way across. Because remember, you can always make it smaller. So if your smallest footage is 720p, that's awesome because you can make the 1080 into 720 and
So
it'll be fine.
it's better to set your camera to a higher resolution?
Yeah, yeah.
Because you
More
can-
information is best, especially if you're trying to color it later on or doing keying like on this program where I need to knock out the colors. I give it the best information and the most, no, just the regular information. Everything that I can get in there in the footage, I'll have it there. Now, the other thing I can do is, like, suggest to you is that when you have a little shortcut I can tell you right now. If you're doing 1080i or 1080 and you need to go to 720, just put 66% and that should come down to 720.
Oh, okay.
So on scale, type that
Scaling it
in
down.
and it'll scale it down to
that's
perfectly
pretty cool.
720.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll knock it down with that. Well, Jose, I'm sorry we're out of time, but
I've learned a lot.
I appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And,
Thanks for having me.
if you want to stick around, definitely do so. And, folks, again, thank you all for being here. And I appreciate, again, everyone that's come to our website and the YouTube channel. Remember, the website is www.makingthereal.com. The YouTube channel is Making the Real by Louis Sierra. And you also have Facebook by Louis Sierra or Making the Real. And you also have Twitter at Making the Real. And I think I've mentioned this on the previous program. Definitely is worth your while to do that if you need my help. Because, again, someone was asking me before about their hard drive failing and what they can do. And I was able to do by Twitter. And their issue was resolved. And I'm sure they're happy as a clam, which I don't know what that means. But either Google that. Happy as a clam. Thanks, folks. And that's all we have. We're out.